We muted. Hello, now we're live.
Hello. Christy from Nightmare Toys.
Nightmare
Hello,
Christy.
guys.
Robert Hall, guy who kills people for a living. Occasionally makes a good movie or two. What's up?
So we are going to sit here and talk to Robert about some up-and-coming things he's got. So you can ask him questions. You can ask me questions. You ask me questions about the store.
We're going to talk to Christy about the amazing store she has here, which is one-stop shop for all your gift needs if your significant other or family like weird, creepy horror shit like we do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Yes.
So.
Wait, can we say shit?
I don't know.
Yeah, you can say shit. It's YouTube. We can say anything we want.
Okay.
How many people do we have in here right now?
Hello.
We feel like we're talking to ourselves, are we?
I don't know.
No.
Are we talking to ourselves?
Someone say something to us. 6. That number better double or I'm walking out of here.
No, we got 7. We got
Okay.
7 watching.
All right, thank
Anybody
you.
have a question for Robert?
Or about anything.
Or me? Or about the store?
We'll answer questions about horror, rock and roll, boobs, pretty much anything that we know anything about. Someone had a question earlier, didn't they? About Laid to Rest?
Yeah.
Was it about Laid to Rest, the first one, or was it about the new one? I can't remember.
I think it was about the first one.
Chromeskull is back. We're making a 3rd movie, in case you haven't heard. Laid to Rest Exhumed is what it's called, and we will be shooting that very, very shortly. In case you didn't hear the news, we are doing the reason it's taken me this long to get it going is I didn't want to do it for a cheap price. It's taken me years to put together the financing for this thing. As you can imagine, the way that things have shifted with the internet and streaming and DVD sales shrinking and CDs shrinking even, and everything's gone. It's a lot more of a difficult environment to get a movie out there, especially independent horror. So we pretty much have secured all the financing except for the last half, which we are going to you, the fans, in an Indiegogo campaign that is going to be launching ever so shortly to help us get that money. And I know that we'll meet our goal and or exceed the goal, which would be even better. I need money to kill people for you guys like you expect, all right? I can't do it badly. That's not what I do. Okay.
So, I don't know. I know a lot of people are asking me about the Chucky doll from Trick or Treat Studios. And we don't have too much more information on that. It's going to be about another week or so. So, oh, see, he likes Lightning Bug.
Aww.
Hey, zombie punks. World of Gothic Horror.
Hey, zombie punks. World of Gothic Horror. Go ahead, finish your Chucky speech.
But yeah, so it's going to be about another week or so before they give us a price, and we will have that up for pre-order. They're not really telling us much more about the doll and what it's going to look like. That's really all I can tell y'all.
This Chucky doll is pretty amazing. This Mecha Chucky doll. Everybody needs one of these right here.
And Annabelle. There's the Annabelle doll.
Yes, Annabelle. No holiday is complete without some kid opening up a Chucky and or Annabelle doll.
Exactly. So. Do you want to talk about Lightning Bug?
Yeah, thanks for saying that, Zombie Punks of World of Gothic Horror. Lightning Bug is one of his favorite films. He's referring to the story of my life, the semi-autobiographical film that I wrote and directed as my first film as a writer-director. It's about 10 years into me being into Hollywood, doing special effects on other films and TV shows. I was doing Buffy the Vampire Slayer at the time. Decided to make a little movie about my life, about a kid growing up, in a trailer park in a small, dry county Bible Belt town in Alabama. Imagine that. And wanting to make monsters and do horror films. And it's some people know it, and the people that know it love it very well. It's a neat little find. You can stream it on Amazon through Shudder. But it is the story of my life, and it's some people's favorite movie of mine that I've made.
It's really good. I love that movie.
It is not a horror film. No. It's more Sling Blade than Saw, but the people that get it, get it.
Yeah.
And so if you haven't seen it, I encourage you to find it, because if you're watching this, chances are you were an isolated kid wearing a black horror metal t-shirt and felt the same things I felt and would probably really appreciate the movie. So search it out.
Yeah, I think every time I watch it, I always get tears in my eyes.
Yeah,
So.
it stars, it had a really good cast in it, but my female lead is Laura Prepon, who you might have seen in That 70s Show.
She's
and
amazing.
Now Orange is the New Black, and she's quite hot. So, anyway, and congratulations to Laura Prepon, by the way, he just had a baby. Someone asked me about the Chopping Mall remake.
Yay! Chopping Mall remake, guys.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. We were just talking about that. This is kind of an old announcement that we did. As many of you know, I got my start doing special effects stuff in Los Angeles for Roger Corman. I did go to the Roger Corman School of Film, as they call it, which is me basically working for Roger, doing all of his movies in the late 90s for no money. That's how you get your wings and go to the Roger Corman School of Film. And I did that, and a few years ago talked to Roger about my desire to do a remake with no robots. Sorry, guys, purists. I have a different take for the movie, which he really, really liked. In fact, he said in perfect Roger voice, I encourage you to go with that idea. And so awesome. Essentially Roger and I, I have an option on it with him. Do need to get that underway. We had a false start with it, but I hope it is still coming. I'm not sure. I know Lionsgate recently might have re-upped their deal on the re-release, so I'm not sure if that includes remake rights. I need to check and see if I'm still even allowed to remake it, but I'm wanting to. The script is really awesome. I had one of my Teen Wolf collaborators write the script, and it was fantastic. And it's more The Fog set in a set in a mall, an abandoned mall, than it is robots. But cool little movie. I hope we can get it. Not even little, actually. We have a pretty big budget on it, which is another reason it's taken a while. But I'm hoping to still make that. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. I can't wait for that. I just recently, my boyfriend just bought me a Killbot toy from Dead Ends Toys.
Didn't even know they made those.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Did you know
they only make a few of them and then they don't make them again.
Did you know that was the original title of the movie?
Killbots.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love that
they
movie.
released it. Roger even told me this story in our meeting, that they released the film called Killbots, and they had made prints of it already with Killbots in the title and stuff, and it wasn't doing well. They couldn't get people to go see it, and then the editor or someone like that had said, what if we retitle it Chopping Mall? After it was already out, right. By the way, they recalled all the prints and went and inserted the new title in the front of it, and it did huge. And they did really well for them.
They redid the cover too.
Yeah, they did.
With the bloody shopping bag and all that.
Yes.
Because I think the cover at first, when it was Killbots, of course, was one of the robots, right. I believe, right?
Yes.
So
yeah, I will have robots make a cameo in the movie just for the purists, but it is not robots killing people. Sorry, I can't find a way to do that.
Cameo would be really cool.
I can't find a way to do that this day and age and it not be silly.
That's really cool. I'm excited about that. Yeah. Anybody else have any questions? Or?
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll just, unless you have something you want to say.
Go ahead.
All right, well, I'll fill in the blanks. I promised.
He's way more interesting than me.
Not even. I have no boobs whatsoever. Zero. I used to have man boobs, but then I worked out a little. It's called gynecomastia, people. Don't hate on me. No, I did promise some laid to rest exhumed revelations. I do have some small casting confirmations that I'm going to actually give right here exclusively. I haven't told anyone. I've not actually even said who's officially in it, but I will make the confirmation that Nick Prinsby will be playing Chromeskull again for the third time. There's been some speculation and maybe some doubt. There was a bit of a controversy late last year with Nick and some juggalos that I won't go into, where there was a little bit of question. But I'm standing by my boy, and Nick is Chromeskull and will be in the third movie, and he'll be reprising his role and killing people like you've never seen before. And I've been writing the script for many years, so it's quite fantastic what I have planned for Chromeskull and his kills. Also, as of yesterday, Brian Austin Green, who's in the second movie, will be making a fun appearance in the third film.
Oh, yay.
And
that's good news.
will also be producing it with me. So
ladies will like that.
Yeah, the ladies. I'm gonna get him. I just got to get him to take his shirt off again. So that's all I need to do. But Brian did a fantastic job in the second one. If no one's seen it, he plays a complete psychopath, and as you know, does get killed in the second one. So you're asking, how does he make an appearance in the third? Well, got to watch to find out. But Brian Austin Green will be in the third movie, and I believe helping me produce it as well with his company. What's the question?
Bearded slasher. Can't talk.
What, do we have a question? Really digging the hair, man. Yeah. As a huge Slipknot fan, I have to ask, how was it working with Corey Taylor on Fear Clinic? This guy, Corey Taylor, right here, Fear Clinic. It was actually awesome. I'll tell people as if they don't know, Corey had never acted before when we made this movie. What was it, 2014? I don't even remember now. He had never acted before, but I had seen, I'm a fan of metal and horror, and I direct a lot of music videos and things like that for bands. We had some mutual friends, one of them being a friend of mine for 25 years, Robert Trujillo, who plays bass for Metallica. I used to live in his guest house way back in the Suicidal Tendencies days. We've been friends for a very long time. Robert was actually going to do that part. So when Robert couldn't do that part, Metallica had a show booked in Antarctica, and it took them like 4 days to get there or something. So something crazy happened.
Antarctica?
Yeah. Robert literally just said, I said, oh, dude, I want to put a cool rock star. Because I like putting cool rock stars in movies who aren't used to really being known for acting. Those that have seen Lightning Bug know that I put Josh Todd in his first big role. Josh Todd's a singer for Buck Cherry. He did a fantastic job in Lightning Bug, and also, I don't know, I've put somebody else in something else, but yes, I wanted to use someone cool like that, and Rob literally, Trujillo said, who do you want? And I thought about it for a minute, and I remember seeing a video where Corey Taylor had done, and he was acting in it. You know, it was more of a performance thing or music video, but I was like, I know he likes horror, and I feel like he wants to act, and I think this would be a good opportunity for him. So Robert literally facilitated it, hooked me up with Corey. And I called him, and what Corey doesn't even know is I worked really, really hard to make. I had to change the entire schedule of Fear Clinic around to make it happen with Corey Taylor, because everybody begged me not to do it. The producers, the first AD wanted to kill me. Everyone wanted to kill me because it was a logistical nightmare with Corey's schedule. In fact, there's some scenes where you can see in the background, we had a Corey Taylor double, about to wheel someone out. It obviously doesn't look anything like Corey, but we had to shoot around him, and we had a double that we used for a lot of the scenes, and Corey would literally just fly in when we had to do his close-ups and stuff and get him, and it was a logistical nightmare to even have him in the movie, but I wanted him so bad, and we got on so great that I'm really glad that I did. Corey is fantastic, and I'm sure he'll go on to do even bigger and better things. And I'm still waiting on him to call me and to direct a Slipknot video. So there we go.
Well, there you go. And you can get Slipknot masks here at Nightmare Toys, too.
Nightmare Toys, Slipknot masks.
Yeah, I was asking him Antarctica. See.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It was it was a few years ago. I'm sure you could Google it, but yes, they had to do a show. It was probably at the end of 2013. And it took, I guess, several days to get there or something. I don't know. But anyway, I think it turned out well. Yeah.
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 Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Everything works out the way it's supposed to, folks. But Corey was great. I thought Corey was great in the movie. I barely even had to work with him as a director. As a first-time actor, he was very natural. And also, I kind of wrote it for him, I rewrote it for him in mind to be kind of creepy and pervy. I believe I wrote it as the character of Bauer was rapey, so he showed up on set with a creepy little mustache and really got into it. So he did. He was like, "Is this rapey enough for you?" And I said, "Corey, you're already rapey enough for me."
Oh my gosh, that's funny. That's a good little story.
There you go.
See, y'all get the exclusive here with us.
Exclusives never talked about.
Does Fear Clinic have a Blu-ray?
Fair Clinic does have a Blu-ray. Yes, it does. I don't know. Do you have one in Nightmare Toys?
No, I do not have a Blu-ray.
Well, we'll have them here next week. You can order them here next week.
There you
Signed by me.
Signed.
There you go. Yes, it is available on Amazon if you're dying to get it now. But you can get them here signed, and it is available on Blu-ray in the States. Yes.
And you're gonna get some posters too.
Yeah, we're also gonna have some posters from later. Basically, everything that I'm hawking from now on is going to be going towards the Indiegogo budget for Later Rest Exhumed. So I'm gonna, we're doing a lot of really cool new Chromeskull merchandise that no one's seen before, and then I'm also be auctioning off or perking off, I guess you should say, not only screen used masks, but chances to be killed by Chromeskull in the movie if you've got the cash, walk-ons, set visits. Merchandise out the wazoo, which is one of the reasons it's taken me so long to launch this campaign. Is just designing all this merchandise has been astronomically crazy. But yes, we're going to have a bunch of stuff here yet. And also, the biggest question that I get about Laid to Rest is that why isn't it on Blu-ray here in America? The first one. The second one is you would have to ask Stars Anchor Bay that question. I was promised that it would be put out a couple years after. They were going to do sort of a bare bones Blu-ray on it for Walmart, and it didn't happen. It's only released on Blu-ray through a media book in Germany and Austria, uncut. I will have some of those with me at the Germany Weekend of Hell convention that's coming up. They are very expensive. They only made 2,500 of them. But that's the only way you can get it currently until we launch the Indiegogo campaign, because one of the things that I'm offering direct from me is a Blu-ray from the master of the first Laid to Rest that you can get signed by me and Chromeskull. So that's what the thing I get asked about the most. Those will be one of the perks that you can purchase on there. I think they're going to go for, I can't remember. I have to look, but they're, you can't get it anywhere else, especially not signed. So whatever it is, just pay for it and love it.
Do you think that there'll be a Chromeskull mass produced where
yes.
people will be able to buy?
It's a very good. That's a very good question, Chrissy.
That and T-shirts.
Thanks for
we need T-shirts too.
The T-shirts are coming. Several different styles of T-shirts are coming, but that's another question that I get. Actually, by next Halloween, there will be a commercially available, licensed and approved, sculpted, created by me Chromeskull mask that you can buy as a fan.
That's awesome.
Yes, that is coming as well. Not coming, before we make the movie, but it is coming after the movie to help promote the movie. Should be out by next Halloween for sure. I'm talked to a few different companies that I'm going to work with on that. It'll be a full silicone bald head with the actual chrome face. So all together. So that is coming next year as well. Finally. The reason I didn't want to do it so far is because I kind of like that fans are trying to make them. It's kind of like Michael Myers was for years. Now there's perfect Michael Myers masks you can buy, but for years there were just fan-made ones, and you would have to, see if you could one-up the other fan. And we have... I have a lot of cool fans out there. Thank you very much. You have made your own Chromeskull masks and sent them to me, and it still trips me out how all you crazy motherfuckers are getting Chromeskull tattoos all over the world, or something that I created sitting on my couch in Santa Monica. It's pretty insane and very flattering. And Luke Morris still has the best Chromeskull tattoo, but there's a lot of great ones out there, and keep them coming.
He's asked if he watched it.
What happened?
He watched the second one, but he didn't watch the first one.
No. I've seen Chromeskull too, but never seen the first one. Did I screw up? No, not really. No, it is a continuation. It is a direct continuation. You would appreciate the second one more if you watched the first one, but no, you didn't screw up by watching it. And also, I should say that Laid to Rest Exhumed is also not a direct sequel. I am making this movie. One of the reasons it's not called Laid to Rest 3 is because it's really not a sequel in the traditional sense, is all I can really say. It is a movie that you could watch by itself. What is this movie? Laid to Rest Exhumed, and you will know everything that you need to know about the other two movies. Or if you don't know anything, you know, you go into it completely blind, it's its own standalone movie.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, so you can watch the third one completely without watching any of the other ones. But of course, the fans will always see neat little nods and moments, and you'll find out a little bit more about Chromeskull's backstory in the third one.
Hey, Nightmare Voorhees. I like that. That's
Hi.
a good name. Hey.
Oh, hi.
Do you have a question for us, Nightmare Voorhees? What else could we talk about?
I don't know.
What are we doing?
Shout out to my mom if she's watching. Hi, Judy. You better be watching.
Oh, Nightmare Toys is going to Trans World next weekend. We're not going to have a booth set up or anything, but I will have plenty of pictures, and we'll probably do a live video from there, too, so everybody can see what's going on at Trans World. So that's exciting. We'll have a lot of new haunt props and things coming this year for Halloween. And we also plan on expanding the store at some point too. So that'll be a lot of, that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
You'll have more stuff.
And you guys, if you don't live near here,
And we're in Madison, Alabama.
Yes, but if you don't live near here, the store is impeccable. It's amazing, by the way. It could belong on the Sunset Strip or anywhere else. It's a fantastic store. However, their entire I think pretty much their entire inventory is available online.
Oh yeah, everything
so you can
in the
get,
store is online.
Yeah, you can get anything here online.
NightmareToys.com.
NightmareToys.com, and it's a tremendous amount of great, cool merchandise at really good prices. There's even some really exclusive things that I haven't seen anywhere else on that website, so you should really...
And I've got some exclusives coming.
I've got more exclusives coming.
I don't know if you can see that, but I've got some horror jewelry coming.
Yes.
Necklaces, bracelets, earrings, and I've got some soaps coming from Martin Atkins. So that'll be really cool. And you play the Friday 13th game? I haven't played it.
I played it once, but I was Jason, and I got bored with killing people. Yeah.
I haven't played it yet. I never have any time to play games. I really like to.
She's really... Who's in North Carolina really eyeing the pumpkin pulp dolls?
Oh, yes. Those are popular. Everybody likes the pumpkin pulp dolls. Is that those? Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those are cool. Those go quick. Those sell out.
North Carolina, huh? I'm wondering if that's someone I know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. If it is, hi.
Yeah, the pumpkin pulp dolls we sell a lot of. Those are really cool looking.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get more in.
Let's play with one of those babies.
Yeah, let's get one.
Let's get a little baby here and play with it. That's what's also cool about this store. It's not just commercial things you see everywhere. There's Christy works with a lot of local, not local, but a lot of really cool.
Isn't he cute? That's the voodoo one.
Specific, one of a kind pieces here, which is really cool. Hi, it's my mom. Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Say
How are
hi.
you?
We love you.
Yes, we have the fish one, actually.
The fish one might be spoken for, but if somebody doesn't speak up on here and tell me that they're watching, then I'm not going to get her the fish doll.
Let's get here's the fish one.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Looks like a big mouth bass.
I don't know.
I just sold out of their masks, too. I had a bunch of their masks and done sold out of those. So, yeah, this stuff goes quick, guys.
Goes quick. Get it while you can. NightmareToys.com.
Yes.
Oh.
Aww.
Someone said, I'm so handsome, and they love me.
It's your mom.
I know it's my mom. Shut up. I was trying to act like I was cool.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, sorry.
Playing. Do you know Savini Jason?
Savini Jason.
Are you calling me Jason and asking if I know Savini? Or is there a Savini Jason? Or
I don't know.
Thanks, Mom. Appreciate that. Love yours, too. If I bought one of those dolls, how hard it would be for me to give it a custom paint job. If you're talking about these, not very difficult. That's what these people did. It feels like it's standard latex, so it's not silicone or anything like that. So it'd be very easy. You could paint it with any acrylic paint.
Horror characters that you like to see as a toy.
Mine. We need Chromeskull dolls.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'd really like to get a Chromeskull doll out there, and sorry, not doll, action figure. Although a snuggly one would be neat to snuggle up with.
But I think NECA needs to get on that.
They do.
With an action figure. That'd be really cool.
They do. That would be awesome. I'm open to licensing him.
We need more Candyman.
Chromeskull bust, yes. We're doing those, another perk again for the Indiegogo campaign that's launching soon. By the way, if you... I haven't launched the Indiegogo campaign, but please just check out our Facebook. There's news about it, and it will be on there very shortly. Our Facebook is, if you look at, search Facebook, there's 2 Laid to Rest pages that pop up. Laid to Rest in all caps is the main one. It's at Laid to Rest Movie, Facebook at Laid to Rest Movie. And then there's also Laid to Rest, another one that's at Chromeskull Movie. They're both moderated by my team, and they're both official. So you can follow the news on there about when the campaign's going to launch. It's got to launch actually really soon. I'll be in Germany doing Weekend at Hell in 3 weeks.
That'll be exciting.
And then right after that, let's see, April.
Have you been to Germany before?
Yes. Yeah,
okay.
I did a convention there a few years ago. Not in Dortmund, but I did a sci-fi convention there once. But this is my first horror appearance, so it'll be really big. And it's the first one I've done since Laid to Rest. Laid to Rest is oddly popular in Germany, so thank you, Germany. And I'll be excited to meet everybody there. But then directly after that, I'll be at Texas Frightmare. I think you're going to be at Texas Frightmare.
I'm going to be at Texas Frightmare, so I'll have my Nightmare Toys shirt on. So
yes,
say hi.
My mom says you're smart.
Nah.
But yes, so I'll be at Texas Frightmare, I believe the 5th, 7th, something like that, of May. And then I'm doing Days of the Dead Charlotte. I don't have the dates. 18th, I want to say, of May. We are premiering some of the first footage at Texas Frightmare for Laid to Rest 3, which is very exciting. We, again, are still in the getting all the funds stage, so we haven't shot the full movie, but we're shooting a very, very cool little piece of it that I don't want to give away that you'll get to see. And that's about enough of me.
You know, my mom's name is Judy, too.
Really?
Yep.
With J-D-Y?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Savini Jason's design.
Mom, maybe if you're nice, I'll bring you one of these Chucky dolls.
I
know you want one.
There you go.
What do you think? My mom just bought a Norman. My mom's such a big nerd. She bought a Norman Reedus purse recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Walking
wow,
Dead
that's
purse
cool.
with Norman Reedus on it.
That's awesome.
And you wonder why I'm sick. That's my mom. Let's see. So, asking if you're going to be at Days of the Dead in Charlotte, when you mentioned that as a late B-Day present. Who is this bearded slasher? Do you know this bearded slasher? I have a feeling I know who this bearded slasher is.
I'm not sure.
I was just typing a question asking if you're going to be at Days of the Dead in Charlotte when you mentioned that. I mean, as a late B-Day present. When's your birthday, bearded slasher? I would like to know that.
I'll get you a Chucky out to you, Judy.
It's not April 9th, is it, by chance? Bearded slasher. Is that your birthday? Because we know many people with that birthday. Yeah, it's your
May 12th.
May 12th. All right. You weren't who I was thinking you were.
Hey, Chris.
Oh, look at that. Chris Pisano joining us on here on the chat. You've seen his face hideously disfigured in numerous episodes of The Walking Dead, and is also my partner in crime at making disgusting things. We should see all of your Jason masks and other horror masks. Let's see them. Pop them up. Throw some photos in here. Maybe if they're cool, we'll have them in here.
Yeah.
Christy has a crap load of custom Jason masks here, by the way, at Nightmare Toys. They're very, very cool.
I've got some other ones coming too from somebody different. So.
Yeah. And we should have some of the Chromeskull masks in here. Not the ones I'm talking about officially doing, but I am just doing the mask portion, which will be one of the things that you can get as a perk for the Indiegogo. I'm going to have release some of them for here too, just for the store for sale. So you guys will be able to get those here as well in the next month or two.
On your channel. All right, we'll check that out on this channel.
Okay, cool.
We love you too, Chris.
Oh my God. It's a family affair.
We'll have Chris on here too. So.
All right, someone should have some scandalous questions to ask.
Yeah. Ask something crazy. There you go.
Michelle Waldrop, you know, are you my cousin? I'm related to a lot of Waldrops. Do you think you will ever do supernatural or monster film as well? Very good question.
Good question.
It's a very good question. Thanks,
Yes.
Michelle Waldrop, who's
Hello,
probably
Michelle.
related to me. Yes, I won't rule out anything. Actually, my version of Shopping Mall that I wrote is totally supernatural. It's basically the fog set in a shopping mall, but instead of killer robots, they are these mannequins that are possessed by the souls of dead slaves that worked at the plantation that the mall is built over. So that's a supernatural film that I have in development, and yes, I'm up for that. And what was the other thing? Monster? Yeah, it would just have to be done well. As many of you know, I don't have a very high tolerance for crappy monsters or crappy makeup effects. I'm a little bit of a snob when it comes to that, so it would have to be something really spectacular. I have my own film that is, I guess you would call a monster film, that's about sleep paralysis that I suffer with, that I've also been trying to get made for a while, and that's technically a monster movie. So yeah, all of those things are in the pipe. I got a lot of things in my pipe, y'all. Yep.
A lot of things coming from Robert and a lot of things coming from Nightmare Toys.
That's right.
Collaboration with the both of us. So
yes,
great things coming this year.
Great things coming this year. Lots of cool things. You're going to get so sick of seeing us. Oh, right. Okay, got it. Now I know what's happening. The mask on it. Yeah, I know. Well,
Robert, what is your favorite horror movie?
Well, I'm glad you asked. My favorite horror film, I think, of all time is the first Halloween. And I can't tell you what an honor it was to get to work on the remake recently.
Yes.
I got to
I don't know if a lot of people realize that.
A lot of people probably don't realize that. It was not an Almost Human project, my project. It was actually, for the people that have seen Laid to Rest 2, the blonde guy, the actor in that, it plays Max the detective, is my friend Chris Nelson. He just won an Oscar last year for makeup. He does makeup and acting, and he won an Oscar last year, well-deserved, for his work in Suicide Squad. So that was his gig, and he brought me onto that, and I was very, very happy, and I got to, help him suit up Michael Myers and, killed someone and lots of fun things. So I was very excited, and I got to work with my favorite director, David Gordon Green, who I did Pineapple Express with. So I just actually wrapped that in South Carolina not too long ago. So that was a bucket list thing for me, just getting to be on set of that. Halloween, favorite movie.
So Bearded Slasher says, my favorite horror film has always been Pumpkinhead, but franchise Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pumpkinhead is awesome. I do sell them.
I love Do What Now. Thank you very much. And sexy bitches are my favorite kind of
There
bitches.
you go.
Yes, they are.
I do sell the Pumpkinhead mask at Nightmare Toys, if you didn't already know that. That is a good movie, though. Do you like Pumpkinhead? I
do. I probably don't like it as much as I should for being a creature guy. It's one of those that kind of flew under my radar when it came out. I had a chance to work on one of the sequels.
Oh, yeah?
That was directed by a guy I worked with, I want to say Mike Hurst. I did a couple movies with him, and then he went off and did it. But I think they hired someone locally where they shot it in Bulgaria, so I didn't get to do it. But
wow.
But yes, do like Pumpkin. I need to revisit that one. I definitely need to revisit that one.
Hey, Noah. How are you doing, Noah?
About time.
That's funny. Well, let's see. What else?
Do I have any tips for beginning filmmakers? Yes.
There you go.
Yes, I do. You guys are lucky lucky sons of bitches. Because I'll just tell you that right now. When I made my first film, we shot Lightning Bug in 2003. It came out in 2005. I shot on film. See, film is this like emulsion stuff. That's this long. Anyway, I'm making a joke. It's not digital. It was way before digital was really coming into vogue, and you had to process it in development. It was very expensive. It cost me something like $40,000 just to do the telecine and the film processing on my movie. The new cameras that are out now, the DSLR cameras, which I have used on other projects and things like that, you can go buy at Best Buy now. You can get basically a filmmaking kit for a few $1,000s now and make your own goddamn movie, which is something I didn't have a few years ago. So none of us had. And so you guys are just lucky. So all you really need now is a good idea. You're only limited by your imagination. If you don't have, probably one of your friends has a decent DSLR camera that can shoot great video. So all you need is a great idea. So that's my tip. Go out and make your movie. Use what you have, write for what you had. The entire second Laid to Rest film was all written for locations that I had. That's my house in the movie. That's my shop in the movie, a special effects shop in LA. It was like every location was something that I had access to. So
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So like if your family works in a mortuary. Runs a mortuary, maybe you want to write a movie that takes place in a mortuary. If your family owns 9 acres of land and somewhere really cool, then you know what your movie should be about. So if you don't have a budget, write for what you know, write for what you can get, and always be nice to people, because you never know who those people are going to turn into and how they're going to be able to help you later on.
So Noah is asking, do you feel as a director that horror movies have become too sexualized and gone away from what they actually are as a horror film? Good question.
I don't feel anything is too sexualized. I believe the whole torture porn thing has kind of come and gone. I'm probably of a little bit of a different ilk. I try not to. I can't sit through most modern U.S. Box office new horror films. I think they're all, for the most part, garbage. And they're just recycled crap ideas. I'll gladly take your money to do effects on crappy recycled remakes, but I will, they're not my favorite films. Some of my favorite films of the last 10 years are not American. The Descent, Martyrs from France, Let Me In from, not Let Me In, Let the Right One In. Yeah. From Sweden, what else? I Saw the Devil from Korea. I mean, all of my favorite films are not American films. So I don't know the answer to that question, because you're probably referring to more, generalized American big releases. But the cool thing is, great movies are still out there. You just have to search for them.
Yeah.
All those movies that I've mentioned, if you haven't seen any of them, they're all fantastic. I Saw the Devil is probably one of the most beautifully cinematic shot films ever. It just happens to be about a sick serial killer, the guy from Old Boy, who's this killer, and it didn't get nearly enough attention because of the subject matter, but it is the most beautifully shot, acted, scored film I've ever seen in my life. And it's sad that that horror still gets a little bit of a bad rap when it comes to cinema. Maniac also, I really enjoyed the Maniac remake with Elijah Wood. I thought it was fantastic.
That was really good.
Fantastic.
I liked it a lot better than the original. And that's a lot for me to say. So I like 80s slasher movies. That's my thing. Yeah. 80s movies.
The score to Maniac, the remake, is probably one of the best scores ever done. The director of photography for that, Maxime, I got to work with on The Crazies. He's probably one of my favorite cinematographers. Fantastic. Fantastic work.
I like The Crazy. It's a good movie.
Wow. All right.
You have a little dead box like an audio.
I would love to know who Do What Now is.
Like an audio cameo appearance.
I did work on When Nature Calls, Ace Ventura back in the day. Yeah, I helped make the crocodile that he falls out of.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
way back in the
awesome.
day when I was a kid. Top 3 actors I'd love to work with. That's a really, really good question. I'm going to say Gene Simmons, just because I'm a Kiss nerd. Even though he's not really known as an actor, I'd like to put him in something good. Finally, maybe have him fix the hair, put him in something cool and creepy, and have him actually act and not just ham it up. I'd really like to work with Gene. I've already bucket listed my number 1. Getting to work with Robert Englund several times and getting to direct him was literally a dream come true. I'm a kid who grew up not far from here with Freddy Krueger posters all over my wall. So, Robert Englund coming to me for acting tips or how I should do a certain scene was just pretty much bucket list number 1. Robert would have been my, my number 1 choice. And so getting to work with him is already, it makes it hard for me to answer that question. But I would say probably Gene. I'd love to, I just worked with Gary Oldman on a film, but I'd love to direct Gary Oldman. So I'd say he's number 2. And 3 would probably be, oh my God, so hard. Let me think about that. Let me get back to you on the third one. Yes, The Wailing is a great film from Korea. I also like to Train to Busan as a newer film. I thought that was fantastic. Liked The Void, didn't love it.
I haven't watched that one yet.
I like the spirit of it. I think they went a little too heavy with the practical stuff, and relying on it a little too much. You 01 Oklahoma fan. Oh, nice. 01 Oklahoma fan. Okay. She's referring to a band that I used to be in with Hal Sparks called 01, which is available on iTunes if you want to hear us do some cock rock.
Awesome.
Yes. Put Dee Snider in something. I'd love to work with Dee Snider. I'll just make him my number 3. I love Dee Snider. He's interviewed me several times on the Fangoria show when I was on there promoting stuff, and so I've gotten to talk to Dee. Speaking of Hal Sparks, there was a show he did a few years ago called it was kind of like, I hate American Idol, but it was like one of those celebrity duets, it was called, Celebrity Duets. I don't know if anyone saw that, with Hal was one of the contestants, and Dee came out with him and did We're Not Gonna Take It, and Hal was singing and Dee came out, so I got to hang and meet with Dee for a little bit. Yeah, he's fantastic. I'd love to direct him in something too. I think he's talented. I love he's already at least tried to act, but again, I love taking rock stars who you don't normally think of as actors, like Corey Taylor, like I did with him in Fear Clinic, and showing that they can actually do something. So, yeah, I love mixing rock and horror.
That's awesome.
He does need more than just Strangeland. I will agree with that. Will Deadbox make an audio appearance in LTR3? Coming from the guy who played all the violin from it, Andrew Bentler, we'll see. We'll talk, Andy. I don't know if I'll be able to afford you on this one. Your rate has gotten out of control now that you're super famous. But I will be probably doing the score for the third one by myself again. And by myself, I mean with probably Deadbox. Yeah, I would say most likely we are going to do the score. So you might be getting a call, Andrew.
Aspiring director, old horror movies you like to see continued as a series. For me, Killer Clowns. Yes, I agree with Killer Clowns. I love Killer Clowns.
I have a dream of doing, I don't know about horror movies, but you said continued as a series, and I probably shouldn't be saying this because someone will steal this, and I'll never get to do it, but I actually would love to develop a series for that movie FX. Yeah. Because I have some great ideas on how to update that and do it with modern day technology, so it's not just, effects was a little dated, but you could still do cool prosthetic stuff, and with the way our business has evolved, and now you've got holograms, and now you've got all the digital technology, you could have a guy who's on the run who knows how to do all that stuff, and I think you could do a really fantastic show with that. Yeah. So I should be the showrunner on that and direct all the episodes. So there you go. I'm available. It's my idea.
Love it.
Stop, they'll steal it. My mom says. Yeah, somebody's there. I actually inquired to figure out who has the rights to that, but it was hard to figure out.
Let's see, what else?
Should we switch to the other camera angle to show the store off? Or no? We want to do that? Store's so cool looking. I feel like we're not even showing it.
You're cool looking.
I'm
Everybody
cool
likes your hair.
looking. Everybody likes your hair.
What else?
Brian Brown is still alive. No, I love Brian Brown. Maybe he could be the detective, but I probably wouldn't use him as, I'd use some younger guy probably as the new guy. I don't know. Now that Lucas Till would be perfect. My young discovery, in Lightning Bug, introducing Lucas Till, I believe it says, who's now MacGyver on the show. Yeah, he would be good for that. But so when MacGyver gets canceled, maybe we'll use that. We'll use Lucas as the star of FX, my show.
Your mom's awesome. I want to give her a hug right now.
Screw you, Kevin. I am not into false metal. So, Eddie Weinbauer, nice. Mm-hmm. That's a Trick or Treat reference. Why do you love false metal? Eddie Weinbauer. Oh my God. I'd watch that show. I'd watch that show too. What I want to know is why is Lucas, who I discovered from a Zaxby's commercial, who's the star of MacGyver, shooting about 2.5 hours from here, not getting me jobs to direct episodes of that show? That's what I'd love to know. That's what I'd love to know. He had done a Zaxby's commercial. That was pretty much it when I auditioned him. He had done nothing. He was in a small role in a Disney movie, but he had never done a big part. So, anyway, I'm just saying. Kevin, that was all you stabbing people in the face. That's my best friend Kevin,
Hey, best friend Kevin.
Who co-wrote Later Us 2 with me, who also has produced Lightning Bug in every movie that I've ever worked on. Up until now, because he's a bigwig now, working at FX for The Man, working FX Network. He's way too cool to play with me now. Yeah, love you too, man.
Oh, that's sweet.
Eddie Weinbauer. That's pretty funny. No false metal.
I love that.
I would love to redo Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sort of almost did. Not redo Trick or Treat, but I had a movie about backmasking that was so good it got stolen from me by a big Hollywood producer who retitled it and gave it to a different director. Oh. Yeah, that stuff happens, folks.
Great.
A lot of people know about it. A lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, I wonder if they're going to do a part 2. They're supposed to be.
Trick or Treat?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's probably ripe for a remake more than a...
They've been talking about doing a part 2.
I bet Skippy's probably available. What's Skippy up to? Skippy from the who played Eddie Weinbauer.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
All right. All right, you be safe there, Chris.
Yeah, be safe, Chris. You'll have a good show.
Everybody go see Wormreich tomorrow in Atlanta at the Masquerade. It'll be a great time for metal.
What else?
What else? How long are we on here? Is this how long we've been on here? Hour and 29 minutes? No. Not? Really?
50 minutes. 50 minutes.
50 minutes.
Wow.
All right. Are we getting the wrap-up sign? Is that what's happening? Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha.
This is our first time doing this, so bear with us.
Yeah, we suck. We're sorry.
That's why we're sitting here being goofy. We don't know what's going on.
Sorry. Jesus. We're looking at all this stuff, and it's like... All right, time for the boobies. We got to keep it like that.
Oh, well, yours.
That's what I mean.
Go ahead.
That's what I mean. Boobies are coming out. The boobies are coming out. I await the fundraising campaign. Thank you, Andrew. Help. I need your help. Maybe you can help me edit the video and I can finally get it out there. I'm dying to get this thing done. But, you're relying on people to help you. When you don't have money, you have to work around their schedules, so... But it'll all happen, people.
See, they love your hair.
Oh, well, fantastic. Thank you very much. Just to cover the gray.
Have you ever thought about doing like a dark purple?
I'd have to check with my girlfriend on that. I don't think she'd like me with dark purple hair.
Oh, well.
She's very specific with my hair and telling me what to do with my hair. So.
I think dark purple would look good, too.
All right, I'm going to try dark purple. Sorry, honey. I'm going to try it.
Just saying.
Yeah, I'll give it a whirl. I don't know. I'm getting really old, so I can only have weird hair for probably about another year before it starts looking really creepy on me.
Oh, nah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny. What hair dye do you use? Girlfriend's watching.
Yeah. I don't know if that's true. I don't think so, actually. I don't think she's watching.
What hair dye do you use?
What hair dye do you use? Wow.
Good question.
I use Vivid Colors from the salon. I don't know. It's the professional salon grade ones. I don't just go get Manic Panic or whatever. I think it's called Vivid Color, so I have the hairdresser do it. And I'm very stylish, folks.
Yes, he is. He's very stylish.
None of this Walmart $4 hair color for me.
Me neither.
Right? We got to go to the salon. We got to get our foils on.
Exactly.
Get our hair did. Splat. Yeah, they're splat. No, don't. I use that too at the times, but this time I wanted to do it good. So yeah, I think it's called Vivid Color. I don't know. Somebody could probably correct me and tell me exactly what it is, but I will tell you that it's part. We mixed Vivid UFO was one of the colors, and I believe Aqua is the other one. So we mixed two of them and some clear. Put it in there. Why are we talking about my hair? You should tell me about selling stuff. Who wants a Chucky doll? $89.95, folks. Come on, get a Chucky doll.
Love it.
Going once, going twice. Get a Chucky doll. What about an Annabelle doll?
Annabelle.
Yes.
$89.99. Annabelle doll. Go home with you.
Go home with you and terrify your children. That's what we need.
What else we got?
I don't know what else we got.
Well, right behind you, we have the Puppet Master
Ooh, look at that.
replicas. Those are cool. A lot of people ask about those.
Comes with certificates of authenticity.
Yes.
Yes.
We've got tons of stuff. We've got movies, we've got masks, costumes, Living Dead dolls,
Yes.
Funko Pops like crazy, chases, custom Jason masks.
So many.
A lot of things from Trick or Treat Studios. We all love Trick or Treat Studios.
So many things.
They're awesome.
Costumes, literally every costume you can imagine here. You can be any freak
We've got
show
the
you want.
Pennywise costume.
Yeah.
Those are really cool.
Yep. You can use anything you want.
Well, I want Elvira.
Oh yeah.
We have Elvira.
I made my mom Elvira when I was like 16 or something, and I worked at the Enchanted Masquerade here, and I got her an Elvira outfit and made her up like Elvira. That was fun.
I've been Elvira too. That was one of my popular costumes. I thought the same thing. Trick or Treat Studios doing the Chromeskull mask.
Sounds good.
I was sitting here thinking the same thing when we were talking about it.
Well,
earlier.
Trick or Treat Studios, tell them to reach out to me because I'm open. That'd be great.
I mean, that would be a great company to do it, though. Really.
Okay, we'll see. Yeah, have them reach out to me.
Just saying.
Have them reach out. I don't know them, so
Well,
I'm okay.
I'll give them a call for you.
Give them a call for me. Nothing's official yet, but would you like to tell them what you're trying to accomplish for 2018 in here in terms of celebrity appearances?
Yes. This year we are wanting to do some signings. We like to have one every month. Should I say who?
You can. You can. I think so. Yeah, I think it's safe enough.
One
We'll work it out.
person I have talked to on the phone, thanks to Robert, Kane Hodder. So hopefully, Huntsville, Alabama people, we should have Kane Hodder in here, in a few months to do a signing. I just got to get with him some more on what day we can do it.
He's a busy man.
Yeah, he's very busy.
Man. He's literally at every fucking convention you could possibly imagine.
Right.
But I think
he did say he'd come.
Yes, I do think that'll work out. It'll probably be their first one. And not only if you can't make it here to get a photo op with him or whatever, they will have him, sign stuff for you as well.
Oh yeah.
You can even do custom things if you want him to sign something specifically or personalize it. Just let Christy know, and when he's here, he'll do that for you.
Yeah. Right now we do have a signed machete by Kane Hodder for sale, and we have the Jason Funko Pop. Yeah, get the machete out. That's cool looking. Let's show everybody. And we do have some signed Ooh.
Wouldn't that be cool if I killed her on screen on accident? Philip's like, no. Yeah, Kane
So
Otter.
there you go. That's for sale here at Nightmare Toys.
T-shirt.
And it's very sharp.
Yes, but yes, hopefully Kane will be stopping here soon.
Yeah.
And doing a personal.
And we'll
sign.
have some other people too. We gotta get this thing going. So, a lot of good things happening for Nightmare Toys this year. I promise. There you go. Look at that. That's one of our custom Jason masks from a local guy. His name is Sean Staggs. You are awesome, Sean. We love your masks.
I'm just gonna sit here and be quiet the whole time.
You're supposed to get the machete and.
Don't make me get the machete.
Uh-oh.
Yes, lots of awesome things on the horizon for Nightmare Toys, for Laid to Rest fans, for people that like to see me and have me sign stuff for some strange reason. I'm going to be out there a lot this year, so
And we'll have you back in the store several times.
lots
and
of
do more
times.
signings and all.
Actually,
this.
I have a cot in the back. I just live here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't get rid of me. But
We'll keep you.
Lots of great things. So nightmaretoys.com. Please, I could use about 1,000 more followers before we launch this Indiegogo campaign on Facebook at Laid to Rest Movie and on Facebook at Chromeskull Movie. That's where all the news is going to be happening for the IGG Indiegogo campaign. We could use a lot more followers than we have now.
There you go.
Please spread it, send it to a fan, suggest it, make them like it, force your significant other to like it, or you'll break up with them, whatever you need to do. We need more followers. I also have an Instagram at Laid to Rest Movie, Twitter at Laid to Rest Movie. So all of those things. Slippery knot. Yeah, my mom, this was a funny story. You like this. So when I had Corey Taylor, was in Fear Clinic. We went to Texas Frightmare a couple years ago, and my mom knows, fuck all about rock music, and but she met Corey and Thomas Decker, and she loved Thomas, and then she was meeting Corey and everything, and she went outside, and there was a bunch of other people around, and she was like, I really like that Slippery Knot guy. He's real nice. I was like, what did you just say, Mom? That guy from Slippery Knot. He's real nice.
So cute. I love
Slippery Knot is an inside joke.
Smoke 1996. When are you guys doing another live show? Oh, we'll do live shows, or I know at least I'll be doing live shows. I know y'all probably don't want to talk to me, but I'll be doing live shows a lot in the store, though. This is going to be a new thing that we're going to start doing. So
Yes, you'll see lots of Christy. Thoughts on a Black Friday-based Shopping Mall sequel fan film? I think I've touched on that already, no?
Yeah. I don't know.
Sequel fan film. You can Google it. I'm doing a Shopping Mall remake at some point. We're trying to figure that out right now. That's in deep development, as they call it.
I swear I didn't know nothing about that until today. I'm so excited.
Thomas Decker is the bestest. Yes, he is. And Slippery Knot out of my head. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, it's pretty funny. My mom still says Slippery Knot. I'm not sure she really knows the real band name, but I like it that way because it's fucking humorous.
I like that.
Yeah, it's all good.
Cute. Slippery Knot. See, now I'm going to start saying it, too.
Slippery Knot. I like that Slippery Knot guy. Mm-hmm. I like him. Mm-hmm.
So cute. Love it.
What else?
Well, you can follow me, too.
Yes.
You can follow Nightmare Toys on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat.
Nightmare Christy.
Nightmare Christy is my personal Instagram. You can follow me on there.
I am pretty much on all social media. Me personally is at Almost Human FX. So Almost Human Frank X-Ray. You can pretty much find me on all social media that way. That one does link to my personal page on Facebook. I'm a bit selective about my personal page. If you don't get that one, just follow my just regular Robert Hall, which is my full name on Facebook at Robert Greenhall. That's my, I guess you would call it fan page of people who, you know, like my movies and stuff. So that's that, y'all. Follow us online. Do stuff. Follow us. Buy shit from her. Pay for
NightmareToys.com.
Pay for Later S3. Buy stuff from her. That's all we have to say.
Yep. That's about it.
That's it. We're gonna stop streaming now. Does anyone have another question before we go?
Yeah, we're
Can
about
we
to
take
go. Any
one
more
last?
questions?
We're about to go. All right. CRS.
Love you guys. Bye.
I have CRS too. See everybody. Bye. All right. I think that worked, right?
I don't know.
I think that's the live feed, right?